Okay, hello, beautiful earth angels. Hi, happy Wisdom Wednesday. This is Jill Kempner, and I'm known as the Angelic Pain Relief Expert. And I'm delighted to be here with you to add some value to your life through this sacred teaching, this sacred offering. Receive support, a universal message of back pain. And so I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to heal the pain of the world one soul at a time and to help you glow from the inside out. What do I mean? I want to take what's heavy, painful, leaden in your life and turn it into spiritual gold. Turn it into medicine. Turn it into a gem, right? That it's no longer a wound, but instead it's your wisdom. It's no longer pain. It is peace. Hi, say hi if you're here. And so I created a series of meditations that I'm going to be leading across the rest of the year as a free webinar. And my next one, I did 2 of them as live streams. So you can access those and see those. And I had multiple reasons. Say hi if you're here. I had multiple reasons for doing this. First of all, I'm writing my second book and I'm in love with it. Sharing my personal life. Little stories, big stories, huge initiations, huge realizations, huge transformations, tiny little, simple transformations that have led me to this sacred moment in time, this moment of being virtually pain-free, being liberated from so many karmas and pains and wounds, and just wanting to share. So and I love leading angel meditations. It's really a big part of my genius zone. So I have a free webinar on Monday. It's called it's the Archangel Michael for back pain relief meditation. And what we're going to do in that, I'm going to talk about one of the things that we're going to talk about in the class and kind of, expand upon it today. But my goal in that class is for you to really feel Archangel Michael's frequency, to have pain relief, back pain relief, or any root chakra lower body. So it could be hip. I'm going to be telling a knee pain story today because it's all the root chakra, right? Bones are all connected with the back, the past. So we're going to be talking about the 3 in the meditation in that class. It's sort of like half class, half meditation. I'm going to be sharing the 3 universal messages of back pain, the 3 frequencies of Archangel Michael, so you can start to understand how to access Michael, when to access Michael, right? And then receive a beautiful meditation, because there's universal messages of back pain, but then there's your personal message of back pain. Why did I choose back pain? Even though I don't personally struggle and suffer with back pain, I have suffered with pain, right? And pain is exhausting. Pain is frustrating. Pain is, there's another word that's coming to me, right? It's makes us feel so heavy. And I'm on a mission to heal that pain one soul at a time. And so I chose back pain because I think across our journey, right? First of all, there's so many people who are struggling with back pain, right? They're managing it. They're medicating it. They might be minimizing it. And what your soul wants you to do, what your body wants you to do, what the higher power wants you to do, right? Not just angels, right? Angels, the divine, whatever you want to say, wants you to be relieved of that pain. Hi, Laura. Namaste. Right? We want you to be relieved of that pain. So that was that. There was another download that was coming through. Angels, remind me of it. And then I'll lead the meditation. So my goal is that once you start to understand the universal messages of these different aches and pains, that gives you permission, expanded awareness to open up to your personal message of back pain. And I realized that for a while I've actually been holding back this part of my medicine and not sharing it because I'm like, well, this isn't like, this isn't just for this one person, right? And then I was like, wait, there's a universal message of our different aches and pains. So today we're talking about one of the three that I'm going to reveal and talk about in the webinar. That webinar is totally free. Say hi if you're here. And I would be honored for you to join us for that. I would please angels remind me to put the link in the comments later when I finish the video, but also know that you can access that free webinar on the Facebook invitation that I created, as well as on my website, jillkempnerhealing.com. All right, let's dive into the teaching today. So your back, our backs, right, support us in all the ways, right? Your back is literally supporting you in everything that you do every single day in every single way, right? From our pelvis to our sacrum, to our spine, to our rib cage, to the shoulder girdle. This incredible structure helps support us in standing, moving, lifting, reaching, and navigating our lives. But no matter how strong your physical body is, there's only so much weight that we can carry. And the same can be true, right? Physically, right? We can only lift so much, right? We're not ants. It's funny, when I was thinking about this, I thought about ants, and how they can lift like the, however many times their weight, like us lifting a grand piano. And I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive, right? But there's a limit to that, right? There's a limit to how much we can carry physically, right? Depending on everything, our age and our body and all the things. And and the same thing can be true both emotionally and energetically. So we can carry other people's problems, family responsibilities, worry, pressure over responsibility, and the things that we're really actually never ours to carry. Raise your hand if that resonates with you. So one of the universal messages of back pain that Archangel Michael is bringing to me, that the angels are bringing me to share with you today, right? And this is also, the angels are saying something, not only if you have current back pain or chronic back pain, right? But possibly a back pain that you had in the past that you healed or cleared up. Okay. So this can be, the way the angels work is multidimensional. Beautiful. So one of the universal messages that back pain can invite us to begin to explore is very simple. Where am I being invited, guided to receive more support? And the story I wanted to share with you was how I learned this lesson, actually. And I do think I'm still learning it, right? Because I think we're always still learning. There's layers, right? Layers of the onion, layers of the story, layers to the gems. So I learned this lesson profoundly through my own lower body healing after my knee surgery. So my experience was in my knee rather than my back itself, but it taught me so much about root chakra themes: support, stability, safety, and how much I was trying to carry leading up to the fall. So after tearing my ACL, I had reconstructive surgery, and there was a little bit of a longer than originally planned time where I needed to not put any weight on that leg. Suddenly, my physical body couldn't maintain my normal pace. And what was the normal pace for me at that time? I was a massage therapist. I was a yoga teacher. I was a mom of 2 young kids. So literally my body was the moneymaker. My body was the work. My body was how I worked, how I served, how I gave. So it was a tremendous shift for me to stepping into vulnerability, stepping into receiving support. And I had to let people help me. People cleaned my house, grocery shopped, cooked, helped with my kids, took my kids to all the things, right? Made sure they were able to get to school. And I think I had to miss a field trip. It was the only field trip I ever missed in all my kids' years and 13 years that I was at that grade school. I had to miss a field trip. I still remember that. And I'm so grateful for everybody who stepped in and supported me in ways that I wasn't accustomed to receiving, right? As a hard worker, as a mom, as an able-bodied person, all the things. And so my healing required me to become actually more present, which is one of Archangel Michael's frequencies. And it was becoming present to my actual capacity instead of the capacity that I thought I should have. So I had to slow down. I had to simplify. I had to soften. And I started asking myself, what actually needs to be done today? What can wait? What can someone else carry? What isn't mine to carry at all? Right? As I rested, as I, yeah. And so when I finally surrendered to receiving support, to receiving that support, something really beautiful happened. I mean, first of all, I did a lot of emotional healing because there were emotions in my body that I had been ignoring, suppressing. I had talked about this before, the fear of pain, and realizing how much I had let that pattern push me forward. Now, of course, I'm an angelic pain relief expert. So I've done a lot of work to heal that fear of pain. But I let that run the show and other energies that were in my body. So I did a lot of emotional healing during that time. Kind of like what they would say, soul searching, right? Soul searching, emotional healing, all of that. And something really beautiful happened. By doing less, I created space to receive more. And what did I receive? I received amazing downloads. I actually received, during that time, I received a training that I now lead called Angel Reiki. I received a total download on how to take the traditional Yusui Reiki energy healing modality and turn it into Angel Reiki. And I teach it now today as an immersion, and I love it so much. And oh my gosh, that healing modality alone changed my life. And during that vulnerable period of healing, I began to receive profound spiritual downloads. I actually got clarity on when I was going to write my book, because I heard that I would write my book when I was 40. And at the time, it allowed me to release, what's my book going to be about? What's my book going to be about? What's my book going to be about? I knew there was a book inside of me. And guess what? I started writing my book when I was 40, and here she is, Receiving from Your Angels 4 Practices to Heal Your Pain with Angel Love. And don't let angels, right? Angels have nothing to do with religion. They're beyond religion. Don't let religion get in the way of accessing this unlimited resource of healing that's available for you, right? That's endless, that's infinite. So I'm going to be talking about, when I talk about all this stuff, I'm going to be talking about it in multiple different ways, and I'm excited. And this is part of that. Okay, let me get back to, so yeah, my angel Reiki, my writing, and what the next chapter of my life's work was going to become. And don't get me wrong, there were other fears that came up as I transitioned careers, right as I left massage and teaching yoga and stepped into being a coach and into the energy healing world and then into being an author. And every step of the way, who has been there with me? One of my cards today is God, is actually an Archangel Michael card. God is in charge. Who was with me every step of the way? My soul and Archangel Michael. Every step of the way, cutting those cords, clearing the fear, releasing, right? Bringing me power, presence, and protection. Every step of the way. And so, the limitation that I had experienced created space. The support created space. Presence created space. Right? That pain eventually turned into my ability to receive support and become more present with my soul, with my gifts, with my medicine, with my message. So I hope that resonates. I'm going to take a sip of water because I feel like the angels were saying something else. So no matter how strong you are, and I know you are, if you're taking the time to watch this, you were never meant to carry everything alone. And receiving support is brave. Receiving support is vulnerable. Receiving support is liberating. That's what the angels wanted me to say. Ooh, I love that, chills. All right. So, and that's one of the universal messages we're exploring in more deeply in the upcoming Archangel Michael Meditation for back pain relief. This is a free webinar. I'm doing it as a webinar because I want to have a little bit more, as opposed to a live stream, I want to have a little bit more of an intimate experience with the people that say yes to this. I am going to be having some special offers inside of that, for if you're able to join live inside of the webinar itself. So that's exciting. But most importantly, I want to share the Archangel Michael frequencies with you through that meditation, through the alchemy formula to create relief, right? Because that's my passion, that's my mission, that's my medicine. And so we'll be working with Michael's frequencies of protection, power, and presence. And then, of course, a beautiful guided angel meditation. And so I want to pull a card, and I realized that I left the deck over there. So I have to grab the deck really quick. So give me a second to grab this deck. This Archangel Michael Sword of Light deck. I love this deck. I forgot to grab it before we started. Let me put this here. Let me pull a card for you around releasing your pain for presence and support. So how is it, let me pick this back up. How is it you are releasing pain and the fear below the pain and receiving presence and support? Let's see what Michael says. Oh, this one's about to jump out of the deck. Yay! Oh my God. Yes, you are correct. Number 38. You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. Yes. Yes, ask for help. Yes, let yourself be brave. Let yourself be vulnerable. Let yourself be liberated by the support. You know what? I got to tell you something. I didn't know what I was going to talk about today. And I realized that I hadn't dug in to the stories. I like everything was in my head about this class. And I was like, wait, I haven't like dropped down and wrote the script for it. And then that's what I did today. I took time to dig in with the notes and the frequencies and the energy and the stories and the examples. So this is also a message for me that, yes, you did it. Say yes to this offering. I would love for you and your angels to join us. If you know anybody who is experiencing back pain. Really, honestly, any pain Archangel Michael can help with, but especially back pain, because we're going to be talking about the universal messages of back pain. I also see this work, I truly do, as preventative medicine. So you don't need to be in pain. You don't need to have back pain to join this meditation and receive relief, receive healing, receive insights, downloads, inspiration. Right? So don't let I don't have back pain, so I don't need that. No, we all need Archangel Michael. And another thing, so preventative medicine to keep you out of back pain, back relief from back pain if you have it. And then what about just pure compassion and understanding for someone that you love that may be having back pain, right? Like, think about our passion, right? Earth angels, empaths, cycle breakers, alchemists, like we have such a huge heart. One of our gifts is to be understanding and compassionate. And that's also part of our growth, right? How can we become more understanding, more compassionate? Well, it's understanding that when somebody is in pain and they're acting out from that pain, right? They need support. They need relief. They need liberation. So Archangel Michael can come in and cut those cords, but not just cut the cords of pain and fear, also also support the gems to be revealed. So that's the big part of the Archangel Michael, of that pain relief meditation, of the alchemy formula, right? The end result of invitation plus devotion plus intention plus R to the third equals alchemy. The alchemy is the gem. What am I learning from this back pain? What is my body teaching me? What is this pain teaching me? What is this fear below the pain teaching me? All right, my dears. I'm so grateful for you. If you're not signed up for my newsletter, go to my website, jillkempnerhealing.com. That's where I have all of my upcoming offerings. I'm going in a slightly different direction, planning on talking about a little bit more about the pain, different pain points. I'm still going to be sharing the angelic perspective. It's still evolving. So I've changed some classes in my schedule, but I'm excited about what's coming. I'm almost done with my second book. And I'm just so grateful for you and your support. So I love you. I appreciate you. Laura, I'm going to pull a bonus card for you. If you like, share, comment on this video, I will pull a bonus angel card for you. And I'll send it to your DM. So thank you so much for your support. I also take this live video on Facebook and I put it on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, the best way to connect with me is through my website. Okay. And then, of course, I would love for you to join the webinar. I also have an invitation to a free consultation. This is honestly the best way I can help you. The best way I can help you is through my coaching programs. And that begins with the free consult, where I take the time to listen to you and I'm listening to you, I'm listening to your angels. I'm going to share the higher purpose, the deeper meaning of that pain, right? Which is going to create a moment of relief. Together, we're going to create your roadmap to relief, right? Your next right step for relief, pain relief, and support. So I'm going to put that link as well in the comments. So there'll be two links in the comments, one for the free webinar, which is a great way to experience my energy, my frequency, the frequency of the angels. And to receive that deep, long-lasting transformation, that's where we go on the coaching journey. And if we're a good fit, I'll share the details of my coaching programs with you in that free consult. I'd love to have that conversation with you. It would be my honor. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you soon. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And I'll see you on Monday. So, the webinar is Monday, August 24th in the evening. It's 6:15 p.m. to 7 p.m. So it's about 45 minutes. I want the meditation. Usually the meditations are about 22 minutes. And there'll be a little, like I said, we'll do the teaching, the universal messages, and then the meditation itself. And then I have some free gifts and offerings for those who are able to join live. If you can't join us live at that time, still enroll so you can receive the replay. All right. Sending all my love and angel blessings. Thanks. Namaste.